So Kyvelos is here tonight, Hercules Kyvelos against Gilberto Flores of Mexico. When it comes up to Hercules Kyvelos' name, you almost think of Frankie Musali, because there's another guy who pretty much identical paths, because they both went to the Olympics. They both represented their country terrifically, and they both have the fundamentals, as you, Dale Brown, but they both have the fundamentals, and they both are fighters to watch.
Both fighters to watch. And an interesting thing is, too, they're very similar in weight. I don't know if we'll see those two get in the ring anytime soon, but again, Hercules Kyvelos, a very solid professional as well. Up and coming, he's learning with every fight, and tonight he'll learn some more.
You know, the interesting thing about Kyvelos is when you see him, as you'll see him on the screen train, it's one thing. But when he gets inside the ring, he really takes apart an opponent psychologically in the opening round, then goes on the ultimate attack in round number 2.
Well, one thing else I think we'll see tonight, where we haven't really in the previous fight, is Hercules knows how to throw a very good body shot. And that's how he's taken out most of his opponents in his professional career so much. He's got a devastating left hook to the body.
There's a nice right hand by Hercules Kyvelos. Now, when you see Hercules Kyvelos in action, there's so many things that impress you about the young man. His dedication, his speed, his skill, again, his fundamentals. And here in Montreal, they're talking about a possible matchup between Hercules Kyvelos and Alex Hilton. And I'm not talking about the media here. Basically, the people behind the scenes who want to see this fight happen. And now Alex Hilton missed tonight's program because of a knee injury. He will be back. He will be in action. And I think one day we will see these fighters together, Kyvelos and Alex Hilton. The only problem is right now, Hilton has been offered $30,000 for the fight. He wants $70,000, and that's the reason it hasn't taken place. But tonight, Kyvelos goes up against Gilberto Tigre Flores of Puebla, Mexico, with a record of 27-22-2. Of those 27 wins, 24 by knockout.
I think that's the thing you have to look at. 24 knockouts. This guy's going to come try to take Kyvelos out early, so Kyvelos has to be really smart, keep to his jab, and fight it very smart, 2 to 3 rounds, don't get careless, and then turn up the notch a little bit.
And as you can see, he's a crowd favorite. And he gives some of that affection back, kissing with his boxing gloves, but it's been mixed emotions for Hercules Kyvelos. His good friend Otis Grant, of course, still in hospital in Saint-Jerome. Spoke with doctors late last week, and they told me that they're hoping to transfer Otis Grant here to Montreal, to a hospital in Montreal in the next couple of weeks, hopefully late this week, hopefully early next week, but to be closer with his family. His wife Betty, of course, has made the trek back and forth from Saint-Jerome and Montreal. You know, Otis is okay from all accounts and purposes. He has broken ribs, he has some injuries, no internal injuries, and we're going to see a very good friend of Otis Grant inside the ring with Hercules Kyvelos, and we're talking basically about the manager of both Hercules Kyvelos and Otis Grant, Russ Amber. Let's listen to Russ Amber on Hercules Kyvelos.
It's a dangerous fight for Hercules. He's got to be smart. I think the important thing, as with any fight, is you don't want to go and offer that chin for free. He's got to have a good defense, because Sanchez is a guy who's got 24 knockouts and 27 wins, so we certainly don't want to give him an opportunity to be banging Herc around. I think defense is going to be the key, and if Herc can keep his defense tight and show good offense, I don't see how he can't win this fight.
Neither do I, but again, you talk about 27 fights, 27 wins, I should say, because a record of 27, 22-4 for Flores. What does that say about a fighter when he wins 27 of those fights, 24 by knockout, but then again, he loses 22 of them?
He's been put in tough. He's from Mexico. They fight every weekend in Mexico. maybe get thrown against a tough guy. Every other weekend, this guy's in the ring fighting in Mexico. Put against some tough guys, maybe lost a few close decisions. But the big thing in this fight right now we have to look at, and Hercules has to be careful about, is the 24 knockouts, which is very important. Obviously, this guy can pack a bit of a punch, and Hercules got to use his speed and his brain.
And, of course, be very careful in the opening round. Maybe tire him out, because Hercules Kyvelos is in terrific shape for tonight's boxing gala, tonight's fight. And he'll have that advantage. In fact, it's an 8-round fight, a welterweight fight. And when you look at Kyvelos' record of 11-0 with 8 knockouts, he certainly has the punching power as well. And he has everything else, the total package. There are so many fighters that Interbox has that do have that package. You know, one individual we barely mentioned tonight is Leo Doran, who is also from that mold, very charismatic, very fundamentally sound, and who can fight. But Herc is a fighter that he went to the Université de Montreal and studied phys ed for a long time, and it just goes hand in hand. When I suppose you study phys ed, your body is your temple, and you're always in shape, either in the ring or not.
No, that's important too. Hercules is in shape, and he's proven that to the Montreal fans and proven that to Interbox before. He comes in, he's a very talented fighter, and again, I think the big thing with Hercules is his hand speed. He can pack a punch, but his hand speed and his smarts are very good in there as well.
Now, our next program is September 10th, and part of that program will be Eric Luca. Luca, of course, very popular here in the city. I think since Stéphane Ouellet lost to Davey Hilton, Luca, in a way, has sort of gone up a notch in the opinion of the people from the city. They're looking for a francophone hero. He certainly fits the bill. Very charismatic. In fact, Dale Brown is my color commentator here tonight, or should I say our color commentator here tonight for our boxing program. And on the French side, we have Eric Luca, who's working with Jean-Paul Chartrand. Have you sparred with Eric Luca?
I spar with Eric all the time. He is literally one of the hardest working professionals I know. You know, he pushes me and I push him. It's a very good partnership that Interbox has us, because we usually train together.
What is the most underrated part of Eric Luca's fight game?
The underrated part? I don't think a lot of people give him credit for his power. He's popped me a few times in sparring, and he can pack a bit of a punch.
You know, that's very interesting. You know, they talk about Eric Luca and the fact that he doesn't quite have the punching power, or his record doesn't reflect that he has the punching power. But remember, Eric Luca has gone up against some pretty good fighters. He's not at the starting stage. It's not like they're building up his record. It's a matter of him going up against tough fighters, fight in, fight out, and it's tough to knock out fighters when you get to that stage of your career.
They're getting Eric fighters right now. They're going to move him to that world title. They're looking at the Vinny Pazienzas, guys of this caliber, and knockouts against guys of this caliber don't come easy.
There's Hercules Kyvelos, yes. With Russ Amberg, tail of the tape. The height we see in the advantage of Kyvelos. What strikes you, Dale?
The big thing is obviously the height and the reach. A 3.5 inch reach advantage for Hercules Kyvelos. With that hand speed, a good jab, it might mean danger for Gilberto Flores.
Michael Griffin will be tonight's referee for the Hercules Kyvelos Gilberto Tigre Flores fight. Griffin, of course, was in the ring for that first Stéphane Ouellet Davey Hilton Jr. fight, and we will see highlights a little later on during this broadcast of the second fight. Hercules Kyvelos, again 11-0 with 8 knockouts right here from Montreal, the Park Extension area. His parents owned a food store for many, many years, and I think they still do, and Hercules worked there. Flores from Puebla, Mexico, a record of 27-22-2, a very odd record of those 27 wins, 24 by knockouts. And his last two have been by knockout, as he TK'd Jose Marquez in the third round and Rene Santos in round number 5. His last fight came the 26th of February of this year.
Again, very active. January 15th, February 26th. This guy likes to keep busy.
As for Kyvelos, his trademark left hook, which he programs to land just north of the waistline parallel, often serves to paralyze his prey, grows with each performance, the last of which was in the city recently when he blitzed his opponent into a pile of rubble. We're talking about Rich Stockton. They're getting ready under the tutelage of Russ Amber. Entering the ring at this moment is the opponent, Gilberto Flores. Kisses the mat. I see people come off the...
Hopefully he doesn't get too used to that position, Dino. We don't know quite what that was.
You want to kiss the mat before the fight. During the fight is not such a good idea. You hear the music in the background as Kyvelos will make his way slowly towards the ring. Ryan Jones, John Trigg, Tim Edmonds, Harry Butler, Raymond Harris, David Horvath, Errol Brown, Ron Pasek, Rodney Tatum, Rich Stockton, Matthias Bedberdick. What do they have in common? They all lost to this man, Hercules Kyvelos. The only ones who went the distance, Rodney Tatum, 6 rounds, Errol Brown, 6 rounds, and Harry Butler, 4 rounds. All the others were either TK'd or knocked out.
But that's good to show too. Whether he gets the knockout or he goes the distance, he's showing he can do both. He can do either or. So tonight, again, he's fighting an 8-rounder. If he gets a knockout, great. If he goes the distance, it's that much more experience.
A word on Stéphane Ouellet. I know there's a lot of Stéphane Ouellet fans out there, but we were told prior to tonight's gala that Stéphane Ouellet is not thinking of retiring, but he's not thinking of fighting either. He's taking a bit of time. He would like to fight at 168 if he decides to come back and fight. But I think that's a terrific decision on the part of Stéphane Ouellet to just relax, take the summer off, and think about it.
Very wise. Just sit back, think about what he wants to do. He's had a tough couple fights, and if he comes back, I think 168 will be the weight for Stéphane.
Herc is in the ring. Christian Tetreault, our ring announcer, is ready.
Le prochain combat, un combat de 8 rounds dans la catégorie des mi-moyens. The next bout, an 8-round fight in the welterweight division. Dans le coin bleu, in the blue corner, portant la culotte jaune et verte et pesant 150 livres, wearing the yellow and green trunks and weighing 150 pounds, avec une fiche de 27 victoires, dont 24 knockouts et 22 défaites, a record of 27 wins, 24 knockouts, 22 losses. De Puebla, Mexique, Gilbert Flores. Dans le coin rouge, in the red corner, portant la culotte noire et pesant 149 livres, wearing the black trunks and weighing 149 pounds, avec une fiche de 11 victoires, dont 8 knockouts et aucune défaite, with a record of 11 wins, 8 knockouts, and no loss. De Montréal.Quebec, Hercules Kyvelos. L'arbitre Mike Griffin, les juges Jean Lapointe, Jerry Simpson et Dale Sullivan.
so interesting fact about tonight's opponent for Hercules Kyvelos. His name is Gilberto Tigre Flores. His nickname is Gilberto Calderon Sanchez. That's why you heard Wes Amber refer to him as Sanchez. It's quite a few names. Like nickname like say Cowboy. Isn't that yours?
He's a Mexican. I'm the cowboy.
There you go. This is scheduled for 8 rounds. It's a welterweight division fight. Again, Kyvelos in the black trunks with gold trim. You see Hercules across.
Very smart, busy, keeping away with that jab, seeing what he's got, fooling him out a little bit, and I'm sure that's what Russ told him to do in the first round.
I think Hercules will be very patient in this round. He will throw jabs, as you said. He will dissect his fighter, learn more about him. Watch out in round number 2 and 3.
I agree. He's gonna see what he can land here and what he can't land. How much of a chance he's willing to take in the second and third round.
Kyvelos twice in his career has been winning 6 rounds. Distance in both of those fights. Only 3 times. He able to knock out his opponent, and there's a good right hand on the part of Flores.
Just a little short, you know, if he stepped in there, Flores moved back just a little bit out of the reach of that. If not, it would have been a very good connection.
I don't think it's the right decision for Flores to be leading with his face all that much, and I think that's what he's doing right now. He's avoiding Hercules early, but that kind of stuff sort of evens out.
Flores, he's moving his head very good, but he's staying still, right in the center. If you're going to move your head, move your feet a little bit to the side too. Give Kyvelos a little bit of angles. He's coming straight in forward, and Kyvelos is going to start catching the punches coming in.
And Flores is also not really keeping his gloves up when he moves that head.
No, he's wide open in the middle, and Hercules comes straight up the middle with either the left uppercut, right uppercut, and then down to the left hook.
Perfect record on the line against the opening round. Again, we will hear from Bishu try during this fight. Directly to our right, Yvon Michel watching ringside. He is very interested in this development, this fight, because of course, Alex Hilton is waiting in the wings, at least Mr. Michel wants to see Alex Hilton on the ring with Hercules Kyvelos, and I think both these fighters would like to see that happen.
I think they'd like to see that fight happen. Getting the I's dotted and the T's crossed.
And again, Hercules Kyvelos has dedicated this fight to his very good friend Otis Grant. Kyvelos being very busy and getting stronger as this round moves along.
Not strong punches by Hercules right now, but he's throwing lots of punches. He's keeping Flores off balance, and you're going to see that left hook come into the game pretty soon here.
Not only is good body shot. Now, once Kyvelos moves into the corner, Russ Amber will talk to him. He also observed the opening round, and he certainly will tell him what he saw. There's Trevor Berbick going up against Duran Barkley. Duran Barkley and Trevor Berbick are only making $5,000 each for this fight. But the reason they are involved in this fight, you want to tell them why they are fighting?
This fight is on the line right now. The winner of this fight fights George Foreman next. It's a very big possibility the winner of this gets George Foreman.
And that's a big payday right there. George Foreman and the winner of this fight, Duran Barkley and Trevor Berbick. And that's coming up next. But we still have Hercules Kyvelos in the ring with Gilberto Tigre Flores, and the first round, I think, went to this man rather easily.
No, I'd have to agree. I think he definitely saw weakness in about the last 5 seconds there when he hit Flores with that body shot. He saw a little bit of doubling over.
Round 2 is underway. You hear the chant Hercules in the background.
Again, very good. Hercules feinting, showing him something, and then he'll come in after with a combination.
We're also seeing a little more respect on the part of Flores. He's not leading all that much anymore. He's moving around, trying to stay away from Hercules. We've seen in the past of Hercules, Flores is also seen on the films.
Also seen on the films and felt it in that first round.
Yeah, that's right. No greater respect than being in the ring. this round, we'll hear from our ringside judge, Guy Jutra, who will join us live, and he'll update us on the score in both the opening round and the second round.
Perk's moving his head very nice right now. He's not getting caught with any dumb punches. He's keeping his jab going right now and throwing punches and combinations.
Perk ended it off with a good left hand. Cross. And keeps Flores away.
Good double left hook. He's got a great left hook. He'll start going to the head and then straight down to the body with it. Good snappy jab by Kyvelos.
And you hear it ringside. You hear the snap as soon as he lands.
Good crisp punch.
The trajectory is there, and when it lands exactly the way it's supposed to be. The extension of the arm and the most possible power coming from that punch. And look at Kyvelos working hard and tags Flores with a good left hand.
There's that double left hook. He goes to the head, down to the body, back up to the head. Nobody has a defense against that if he lands it correctly.
Kyvelos has Flores up against the near ropes. Moves in. Good uppercut, right hand, Kyvelos. Flores tries to fight back. It's a body shots on the right hand, uppercut of his own.
I don't like Herc laying there too much if he's not going to throw anything. He's got to throw something, take a step back and throw something. He's just laying there right now, catching a few shots here and there. He's got to step back and throw his own punches.
And we see a cut just below, below the eyebrow of Flores, the left eyebrow.
They're down to that body again. Those body punches are taking some Flores.
Flores is down, and I'm not so sure he's getting up. He's up for the moment. That was not one devastating punch. It was just a series of punches, and Flores was in trouble. He's ready to go.
He's not liking those body punches. And that's exactly why he went down there. He was at a loss of breath.
Good point. We may see a third round under 10 seconds to go here in round 2 of 8 between Hercules Kyvelos and Gilberto Flores. Joining us ringside is Guy Jutra.
Yes, Dino, the first round, of course, Kyvelos just lined them up and used his longer reach to advantage. He just kept them at bay. The second round, he then started to open up the artillery, and so the second round I awarded 10-8. So we're now up to 20-17 in favor of Kyvelos.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, Dino.
What do you like most about Kyvelos so far in this fight, especially in round number 2?
Well, first of all, I like the way that he fights intelligently. He's using his longer reach to an advantage. He's not just going in there and mixing it up. He kept them at bay. And then when he got his timing in order, he started opening up with his combinations to the body, and he goes to the head, and he mixes them both up. And that's really an intelligent fight.
Our ringside judge, Guy Jutra. Round number 3 is underway, with Jutra giving Kyvelos a 10-8 score in the second round. A little more aggressive on the part of Flores as he starts this third round, Dale.
Yeah, he's got to try to do something. You know, obviously weighing back, laying on the ropes isn't going to go. See, doesn't like getting hit with that body. So he figures if he comes at him, he won't be laying on the ropes and won't be susceptible to that body punch.
Good left hand by Kyvelos.
Nice movement by Kyvelos. Around the outside, hits him with a couple of hooks, and keeps moving to the side. He's not putting himself in danger.
Kyvelos is just working here, taking the fight to his opponent.
Like you said before, Dino, Flores looks like he's just coming in with his head forward. He's not moving his head that much right now. His hands are sort of spread open, and he's getting caught with some big punches.
He's walking into those punches right now. That's not a good thing to do.
Not against Hercules Kyvelos, it's not.
I'm not sure where that tie it up came from. I think it came from Kyvelos' corner, which surprises me a bit because he's doing rather well keeping Gilberto Flores away.
But at a distance, when Flores came in there a little bit, he just sort of nodded him off. Don't get started. When Flores gets in there close enough for him to hit Kyvelos, grab him, hold him up, turn him around, and move outside again. Because Kyvelos is doing all his damage from the outside.
This is Flores' best round so far in the fight. By no stretch of the imagination is Flores winning this round, but he's very effective in his attack. There he lands a right hand,
That's
but
probably Flores' best punch of the fight.
yeah, it was. And what Flores has done successfully in this round is he hasn't gotten into trouble against Hercules.
He's staying off the ropes. He's blocking the body shot. If he stays off the ropes, then he's successful doing so.
Under 40 seconds to go.
Here comes that body shot. You can just feel it coming from her.
Yeah, you don't want to counter punch with her. You're not going to win that battle.
He tied up Herc's hands pretty good there in the corner. Herc wasn't able to get it off.
I like what you said, Dale Brown, and that is you don't want to be spending time against the ropes against Hercules Kyvelos. You may tie him up one time, two times, but the third time he'll get you.
He'll get you with that body shot. He's very sneaky with it. Sort of slides off, just like he did right there. He slides off to the left, takes a little step, and digs that left hook to the body. It's a very nice punch at Herc.
We saw Hercules Kyvelos move away from the body shot in this round and come back to it late in the round, and it was successful.
I'm sure Russ will get on him now and tell him go back to that body early and continue it all round.
Still to come, round number 4. 4 of 8 here at the Molson Center. Think about Gilberto Flores. He either goes early or wins early, and right now we're in round number 4, and that's not particularly good for Flores.
No, he's a tough guy. He's gone a few 10-rounders here and there, but usually it's early or slow, or early or fast. You can see him tiring maybe a little bit, but not with the punching speed and the technician that Hercules Kyvelos is.
Russ Amber wants Hercules to be a little more flexible inside the ring, throw a lot more punches. So far, whatever Russ Amber has told Hercules Kyvelos, it has worked to perfection.
That's a sign of a good fighter, too. He's listening inside the ring.
Kyvelos tries to back up his opponent into the ropes. Here he just bites him into it. Like a blocker in football.
And that's good. Walk him back. Walk him back. If Flores isn't going to move, walk him back in the rope. There it is there, and then come with the left hook to the body.
Kyvelos is on a roll right now, and he's delivering a lot of shots to his opponent, Flores. Flores tries to move away from the ropes with a left hand, but
a nice double hook in there again by Hercules. Just missed the left hook upstairs.
you saw Flores move Kyvelos back to the center of the ring, and just as quickly, Kyvelos moved him back towards the ropes. Mike Griffin moves in and runs both of them. Fight, and again, that hurt Hercules Kyvelos' left hand. There's a punch by Reyes, and the gloves came together, and that hurts.
I think Herc can look good here. As Flores is coming in, take a little half step back, come up with that right uppercut, left hook. Flores comes in with his hands open. I think it'd be a very good combination for Herc to throw right now.
Good right hand by Hercules Kyvelos. Flores comes back for more. There's a wild right hand. Flores misses as Hercules ducked under. A minute and change left here at round 4 of 8. Good left hand by Hercules. Back towards the ropes goes Flores. Ducks under a right cross, but Hercules is the aggressor here in this round.
Again, not throwing as many body punches as I thought he would this round. You know, he's hurt him to the body, and he knows that. I'd be going right back down there with that left hook.
Flores has left here. Hercules looking relatively fresh for this kind of fight. I mean, it has been
very workmanlike, though. You know, he's going in there, he's doing his job, he's throwing a lot of punches. He's fighting a very smart fight right now.
We'll find a gap Kyvelos. Hercules did with a left hand. Now he moves in again with another left. Hoping to land 3 shots here. Leading with the left. There we go. That third one quite didn't make it, but the first 2 did land on the part of Hercules Kyvelos. So Hercules Kyvelos maybe not in total control of this fight, but in control. Let's find out from our ringside judge, Guy Jutra.
Yes, Dino, you know, the first thought that comes to mind when I see Kyvelos, I'm reminded of a smaller Dale Brown. I see him using angles. I see him using intelligence to get ahead of his opponent. And consequently, I've got him at 40-37. And he's using combinations and all of the artillery or ring generalship to gain the advantage. And that's where I think that reminds me of, has a similarity with Dale Brown, who's sitting right next to me. I bet him say nice things about him.
Absolutely.
Big Dale is a dangerous guy. So back to you, Tino.
Thank you very much, Guy, as we see some of the finer moments of Hercules Kyvelos' round. And there's Trevor Berbick. One of 2 fights still to come. Berbick and Iran Barkley and Edward Allen Hall and Alain Bonamy. High regards on the part of Guy Jutra, Dale Brown. He says that Hercules Kyvelos reminds him of a younger Dale Brown.
Well, that's a nice compliment. Anyway, I don't know if my hands remember that quick, but it's a nice compliment.
Well, Hercules is getting closer with the haircut.
Yeah, this is new. I saw him at the weigh-ins. He had the longer hair. I'm rubbing off on somebody around here. It makes me feel good.
Round 5 of 8. And I suppose at one point we have to give credit to Gilberto Flores, who definitely has come here to fight, and he has not backed away from Hercules Kyvelos, and right there delivers a good left hand on pursuit or in pursuit of Kyvelos, but Kyvelos a terrific counter puncher, keeping him away with the left hand.
Flores, a veteran of 51 fights. He's not going to come in here and lay over, even with 22 losses. He's from Mexico. He's a very tough opponent, and a very good fight and a very good opponent for Hercules Kyvelos right now, because he's going to learn a lot in this fight.
In that sequence, we saw Hercules go back to the body, and that's something that he has to exploit here on in.
No question. He's in the 5th of 8 rounds right now. Go back down to that body. There's 3 more rounds after this. He's got to tire Flores out.
That's a slip.
Yeah, it's a slip. Flores stepped on his foot just as he went and then sort of pushed him over. No knockdown.
Good job by Mike Griffin to wipe off the gloves. Better job by Gilberto Flores to extend his left arm and say, hey, that was a mistake.
Yeah, it's still a sport, and a very good sportsman is he.
This has not been a dirty fight by any stretch of the imagination. Technical fight. That's done Flores a bit. That's him up towards the ropes.
You see what Flores wants to do. He wants to make it a brawl. He wants to come in, bang around, make it a tough, grueling fight. But Hercules too quick, too smart, and that jab and those body punches.
Moving towards Hercules. That's a good left hand on the part of Flores on Hercules, and hit him right square in the face. Now Hercules, that sort of woke up Hercules Kyvelos.
He came back with a nice 3-punch combination. That's what you have to do. After you get hit, you got to come right back.
And a good uppercut by Hercules Kyvelos with the right hand. Right now Hercules being a lot more active, and that a direct result of the left hand by Flores that seemed to spark a comeback on the part of Hercules.
And Flores throws a nice body shot. This guy's definitely game. Hercules can't be too careless with his hands. He's got to make sure he keeps his punches in bunches. Exciting round.
Good boxing. We haven't seen very many bad rounds in this program. Jean-Francois Bergeron winning his fight by TKO in the 4th round. Fonty Massaui, a unanimous decision in his fight. And here, Hercules Kyvelos doing well heading into round number 6.
Now, when we first got here and looked at the card, I was excited. They've got a lot of young, up-and-coming professional fighters. And a couple old ones, too, you know.
Dale Brown, he'll be fighting the number 1 challenger Courtney Butler. We're talking about the NABF. That's coming up September 10th. Excited?
Very excited. It's about time somebody in the number one will want to fight me and take the chance to fight me. And then after that, hopefully we'll be looking at a title fight.
And I can give you a scoop. In fact, there are 2 offers out there for a title fight for Dale Brown. Tiozo is one of them.
We'll take either one, Dino.
Scheduled in France. I'm going to come in. Not really desperation on the part of Hercules Kyvelos. He is ahead in this fight, but nevertheless, he would like to dispose of Gilberto Flores as quickly as possible here. No need to go past 6.
No, I don't think, but he's also happy getting the work in too, you know. Like I said, this fight, he gets a tape of it, he goes home and he watches it. This is a great learning experience for Hercules Kyvelos.
Hercules has hit him a few times in this fight, quite a few times, but not really flush.
No, more body punch, nothing too flush upstairs, hasn't hurt him, wobbled his knees, but he's definitely hurt him down to that body. That's why I'm surprised he hasn't been concentrating on that a little bit more this fight.
Good body shot there, right hand by Hercules Kyvelos in the midsection. Now Flores comes back and Kyvelos again is busy dancing, leads with the left. He's really stopped Flores as he continues his pursuit.
Oh, Flores walked right through that left hook. Kyvelos got to put something else behind it. Come back down with that left hook to the body.
We're seeing a crafty veteran here in Flores who has been manhandled along the ropes early in this fight, made the adjustment, stayed away from the ropes, and has continued to stay away from the ropes.
Yeah, he wants to keep this fight right in the middle of the ring where he wants it. He's going to try to dictate the pace of this fight.
Break, no punching. Griffin steps in. A minute to go here in round number 6 of 8 between Hercules Kyvelos in the black trunks with a record of 11-0, 8 of those wins by knockout, and Gilberto Tigre Flores in the gold and green trunks with a record of 27-22-2.
Got to step around. What I like that move last time he did. Step over to his left and dig that left hook to the body. He's standing right in front of him now and they're just trading shots. Nothing's getting accomplished right now by Hercules Kyvelos by standing there and trading with Flores.
But he's got Flores up against the ropes. You're right. He should step back one step and then just unleash some shots.
Unleash to that body. There it is. And that's what he's got to do. Do it again. Right back to it. Throw that double down there.
That's a lot of punches being thrown by both fighters here. And the fans are enjoying it. Good left hand by Kyvelos. Kyvelos looking for the uppercut here, and so is Flores with under 10 seconds to go in round number 6.
I like to see that 1-2 left hook to head right back down underneath.
Coming up next, round number 7. Best moments of that fight, the last 45 seconds along the ropes. Gilberto Flores stayed away from the ropes throughout the last 3 or 4 rounds, but paid the price late in that round. Joining us is Guy Jutra. Guy, how did you see it?
Well, Dino, another 10-9 for Kyvelos. However, Flores, I think, thought the best round of the fight so far was most competitive, but still Kyvelos did enough to take the round. Now we're going into uncharted waters because Kyvelos never went before beyond the 6th round. So this is going to be interesting to see how his stamina holds up. Back to you, Dino.
Thank you very much, Guy Jutra, our ringside judge. Last time Flores went more than 6 rounds, 10 rounds. 3 fights ago against Lonnie Smith, he lost a 10-round decision.
And Hercules Kyvelos in uncharted territory too. The most he's ever gone is 6th round. He's now into the 7th.
Kyvelos comfortably ahead in this fight. Interesting moments late in the last round, and here Kyvelos gets hooked with a pretty good left hand. Gilberto Flores has not given indication of slowing down as this fight has progressed.
No, not whatsoever. If anything, he's going to start coming. Starting off the round slow, but I'm sure by the end of it, we'll finish the exact same way we did round 6. Both on the ropes, throwing the punches.
Left-hander on the part of
Snuck a left hook in there.
Watch that left hook uppercut. Flores has been connecting the last couple of rounds with it. He leads with it and then hopes to land a right. He really has not landed the right after connecting with the left, but the left has done damage enough. Thank you very much. Midway through round number 7.
Seeing the same thing here, Dino. Same as Mesa Weeds. The first time he's gone sick. Maybe you're seeing a little bit of fatigue with Hercules Kyvelos, but it's his first time in 7. But he's still fighting a very smart fight, keeping that jab out and his hands high.
Well, this Amber runs a very intelligent corner, and if this fighter is up by a wide margin, then why risk it? Just pace yourself, but that's not what Hercules is doing right now. He's got his opponent exactly where he wants him, along the ropes, and he's teeing off. There's an uppercut. Hercules with a combination.
There's
body shot that hurt.
Down.
The body shot hurt. Gilberto Flores wants to get up. Will his legs allow him to? He does.
He said, I come to Montreal to fight, and I'm just going to do exactly that.
He's hunched over. He doesn't want to expose his stomach at all.
Oh, he wants to get down. He doesn't mind his head getting in. He doesn't want to get hit in the body.
Yeah.
I believe he suffered another cut over his right eye, Dino.
Look at that. He doesn't want to expose his stomach at all. And Hercules Kyvelos is pounding away. And at one point,
right now, he's not even defending himself right now.
Mike Griffin will step in to stop this. 1 round to go after
you got
this
10
round.
seconds, Dino.
Will he survive? Will Gilberto Flores survive 10 seconds? Give him credit. He's fighting back. He's trying. Hercules Kyvelos is throwing punches. There will be another round.
Flores with a bad cut over his right eye in that round, Dino.
Amber asking his fighter, you okay? You spent yourself looking that round, throwing a lot of punches.
But that's the instinct in him too. He saw his opponent was hurt. He wanted to go for that TKO. He wanted to end in the 7th round.
That kind of stuff sells boxing.
No question. This is the crowd that showed up here tonight is seeing an A-quality fight.
Terrific boxing program here tonight thus far. And the best one imagined still to come with Trevor Burbick and Rand Barkley and Edward Allen Hall and Alain Bonamy. This will be the 8th and final round of this fight. Hercules Kyvelos and Gilberto Flores. Griffin is the referee, and this round is underway. Flores looking for the knockout here, but
Flores just wants to keep going. He just wants to be firing in there, and I think Hirsch has got to take a step back, throw a body shot, and we know Flores does not like the body shot.
And Flores wants to be invited back to Montreal and fight.
I think he'll get invited back with a performance like this.
Good uppercut on the part of Hercules Kyvelos. Flores leaned into that right hand, and right now we see a whole lot of swelling above the right hand eye of Flores, I should say. Not really a cut, but give it time and it will be.
Oh no, it's opened up just over the eyebrow, or just underneath the eyebrow. It's actually a bad place for a cut.
You're right, it has opened up because now I see blood, top of the eyelid of Hercules Kyvelos, and it's not his.
Very nice fight. Slipping, punching, hands are still up.
Hercules Kyvelos' corner wants him to keep his hands up.
Yeah, because Flores is still dangerous. He's still throwing punches. If some guy's throwing punches, you got to keep your hands up. He's got to stick that jab, throw combinations. He's comfortably handicapped with a big left hook there.
Hercules is punishing Flores, but he's omitting to go to the body where he's had his most success in this fight. And that, I'm not understanding why. I know he's connecting up high, but whenever he has hurt Flores in this fight, Hercules has done it by going to the body.
Seems like you can hit Flores all day to the head. It's not going to affect him. As soon as you drop down to that body, you saw the effects.
Under a minute to go here in the 8th and final round. Kyvelos a perfect 11-0 with 8 knockouts. I think has done everything in his power to take the fight to his opponent, and Hercules Kyvelos should go a perfect 12-0.
He will go 12-0, and again, what a great learning experience he's going to get from this. He's going to go home, he's going to watch this in a couple days. He's going to pick out the good things and the bad things, and he's only going to be a better fighter because of it.
This fight is into the books. A big hug. Well done, gentlemen. It was a terrific matchup between Hercules Kyvelos and Gilberto Flores.
Still one thing, Dino, I can't understand. After fighting for the many years that I have, after a fight like that, these guys go crazy and then afterwards give each other a hug. It still amazes me.
Respect.
True enough.
And there's a whole lot of it between those two gentlemen because they put on quite a show here tonight at the Molson Center. Gilberto was cut during the fight. Hercules Kyvelos was not. Again, as Del Brown pointed out midway through the fight, this is the kind of fight that you look back on videotape, video cassette, and you'll learn a whole lot from it if you're Hercules Kyvelos.
Yeah, and he wanted to take a step up tonight. He did just that. He moved up against a guy that had 51 professional fights. Maybe not all wins, but still 51 fights. That guy's out there in the ring 51 times a professional. Very experienced. And Hercules Kyvelos had a very impressive work tonight.
We've already had a unanimous decision tonight. Fatih Massaoui over John Lockett, 51-60, 51-60, and 50-60. We will probably wait to make it official, see another unanimous decision here tonight. The referees for this fight, Jean Lapointe, Jerry Simpson, and Dale Sudby. Kyvelos directly above us here. And there we see inside the corner of his opponent Gilberto Flores. What we knew about him was that he either knocked you out early with his 27 wins, 24 by knockouts, or went down early. Well, he saw a different Gilberto Flores tonight. He went the distance, all 8 rounds against Hercules Kyvelos, and we are waiting for the ring announcement here. Christian Tetreault, who right now is being handed the official sheet, and he will give us the results.
Voici la décision. Le juge Lapointe donne 73-77. Judge Lapointe scores it 73-77. Le juge Simpson donne 70-80. Judge Simpson scores it 70-80. Et le juge Souleby donne 70-80. Judge Souleby scores it 70-80. Le gagnant par décision unanime, the winner by unanimous decision, Hercules
Gilberto Tigre Flores, 27, 22, and 2. 24 of those wins by knockout. Now he has 23 losses. What was interesting in that decision was Georges Lapointe giving it to Kyvelos, but only by a margin of 4, 73-77.
Yeah, it surprised me a little bit where the other two judges gave him the shutout. I didn't see any rounds where Flores looked like he dominated Hurt that much. I think he should have got the shutout by all rounds.
Still to come, Trevor Berbick and Iran Barkley. That's coming up next. And
S'il vous plaît, vous lever et vous joindre à Monsieur Perry Conestrari pour l'interprétation des hymnes nationaux du Canada et des États-Unis. We'd like you to rise and join Mr. Perry Conestrari for the singing of the American and Canadian national